Time for our monthly get-together with Dr. HELENE NGUYEN of Feet and Beyond of New Jersey. We call it Toe Tips, and each month we talk about a very specific component of health care and foot care and just improving the quality of life, because if you can't walk or you can't run, then things are really impacted in every other aspect of your life. So great to welcome Dr. HELENE NGUYEN back to the main studio this morning. Good morning. Good to see you again.
Okay, good morning, Bert. It's always good to be here.
Good Thanksgiving for you and your family? Everything good?
Yes, it's absolutely. It was fun. We did a lot of relaxation, that's for sure.
That helps too, right?
Yeah.
A little break once in a while, right?
Yeah.
Not a bad thing.
And this year is crazy, right? This year, I think so. Either it seems slow but quick at the same time.
That's the word.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Crazy.
That's the word. Things are going by crazy fast. Yeah, definitely. But for today's segment and for our November segment, we're going to talk about arthritis. And there's so many different things and so many components of that. I had the privilege of attending a couple of your lunch and learns where you covered arthritis in some detail. And I had no idea about conditions in the body and how it relates to developing arthritis and how it affects our feet. That three really go together in a really interesting way.
Yeah, with arthritis, we can never talk enough about arthritis. With what we do, we focus on lower extremities. So we have a lot of patients coming in because of their arthritis on their knees, their foot, their ankles. That's really bother them. And arthritis is one of the inflammatory conditions that is affecting all different joints of the body. Sometimes that is hurt the most is on the feet, because that we walk every day. Every step we made is make some really impact on the way that we walk. So one of the common complaint when a patient come to see us at the office. They sometimes didn't even realize that they have arthritis in their joint. And the best way, usually, just like what we talk at the Munch and Learn, that the best way to do it, to find out, is through X-ray. Radiologics diagnostic is always a good way to go.
And it's one of these things, Dr. Nguyen, that I'll just wait, it'll go away. Or, I'll drink more milk, that'll make it go away. By that point, it's too late. You've got to do something a little more aggressive when it comes to dealing with arthritis.
Yes, arthritis is not some of those conditions that you can just walk it off. We definitely, it's not something we recommend it. We want to make sure whoever have this sort of conditions, they seek the medical help as soon as they can. We know that arthritis has no cure for it.
Right.
We all know that.
Mm-hmm.
That is something the body just, is a wear and tear. And I think that we, at the presentation that you attend, that we talk about all different type of arthritis. The one of those are very common that you hear a lot of people say, oh, I have bone on bone joint. So that is one of the very common when arthritis get worn out and the cartilage lining completely worn out, and so the joint is kind of like absorbed and become very stiff. It's hard to move in the morning and like throughout the day. But once you get moving, it seems to get better. But then at nighttime or the weather changes, it's also is affecting the way that the joint flare up with inflammation and everything. Yeah. Yeah,
I learned there was some truth to that as different weather conditions have an impact on our joints. And people say, well, my arm hurts when it's going to snow. And there's scientific proof to that, because it has to do with atmospheric pressure and things. But that's really truthful if someone says, well, the weather's changing, I can feel it in my bones.
Right.
There's something to that.
Yes, because the barometrics in the atmosphere is causing the release of the hormone in the body.
Very interesting.
And that usually that is flare up the inflammations. Just real quick, a funny story that I used to have a patient, a gentleman, he came in. He had really painful toe joints, and he cannot bend his toe. And one of the things he said that, it's bothered him so much, and he would like to get it fixed. So we took care of him. We got his joint back, and he'd be able to do whatever he needs to do. The pain is not there anymore. But he came back, he's not happy.
Oh.
He's not happy at all. He's not happy at all. It's like he's grateful that his foot pain went away, but he's not happy. The reason is he usually be able to tell when the snow come in or the storm come in with his foot. And now his foot is no longer tell him that. So he's like something that he lost.
You took away his ability to forecast the weather.
Right. I took away that capability.
Wow. Really good. Dr. Helene Nguyen is with us here this morning. It is our monthly toe tip segment. We're talking about arthritis, some signs to look for, some symptoms of arthritis, and, of course, treatments. If someone comes to your office, Dr. Nguyen, and you suspect it could be an arthritic condition, what's the first step that you take in treating that patient?
Usually, we always start out with X-ray. We took X-ray just to identify the area to make sure there's no other bony problems like stress fracture. Sometimes that can be can cause a joint pain. The way that we walk, the foot structures. Most of the time that we do that, we see that and we identify and we discuss with the patient about the treatment plan. Most of the arthritic condition will be able to taken care of by conservative option, like physical therapy, orthotic, change of footwear, just to accommodate the foot, so prevent any changing on the gait, modifications, that sort of thing. But when those conservative option is no longer working out for the patients, especially those patients who are very active, is affecting their joint, affect their activities level. We do have all biologics, injections, and even intervention of surgical treatment. Like what we've been preaching about is a minimal invasive approach, and that's what we do. Because usually with all those joint with arthritics, that we normally either fuse a joint or using implant to implant a joint, just like how people have knee replacement, hip replacement, they have joint replacement on the foot. It's a yes and no situation. It all depends. And some people, they may not be able to have the time to go through the surgical interventions. But the great things about minimal invasive approach is that we be able to get the patients walking throughout the whole recovery process. And we have so many patients very happy with the techniques that we use in the office and be able to get them back and salvage their joint rather than fusing their joint.
Sure. And the approach that you take, Dr. Nguyen, is, well, let's start with the easy stuff first. Before we start looking into something a little bit more involved, let's rule out some of the very simple things first. Let's try the very simple treatments. And if we have to ramp it up a little bit, we'll just move along. But let's start with the basics first.
Absolutely. That's always our principle or our theory of taking care of the patient. We start with the most conservative, and then we move a step up if that's not working out.
Yeah, and it's really the right way to go about it, that's for sure. I'll let you mention the G word because it hurts me when I just say the word. I'll let you say it, but that's another form of arthritis that, but with you working with someone's doctor, you can deal with the issue of, I'll say it, gout. It hurts just saying it. Right? You see me shudder when I said the word. Do you have people that come to your office dealing with gout? Mostly guys, right?
Yeah, mostly guys. Very common, especially around this time of the year. When we party a little bit too much with a little red wine. So red wine, red meat, that usually is a precursor for gouty attack. And gout is a condition that is our body's producing one type of uric acid. It's called uric acid. And uric acid, when it's forming in the body, is crystallized in the joint. So just think about it. The joint is be able to move, gliding with the great motion, but certainly some of the crystal building up within the joint. That's how, just hear of it, it's painful.
It is,
So, and then that would lock up the joint, it flare up the joint. It's like cascading the whole process of inflammations. So one of very classic symptom is red, hot, swollen toe. When we hear the patient call, oh, my toe is red, hot, and swollen, and my toe get infected. No, sometimes it's not, but most of the time that one of the differential diagnosis is gout. We usually ask the patient very comprehensive questionnaire, like, what do you do over the weekend? What do you eat?
That's all it takes
over the weekend.
You're right.
Yeah, and that's how it started out.
Yeah, as someone who deals with it, I can tell you that there is help. It's not like a hopeless situation, but between your regular doctor and great people like Dr. Nguyen, you can get this under control. And you can deal with it. You can live with it.
Yes.
With very minimal changes, because there are some things that are available. But if you have difficulty when a bed sheet laying on your foot keeps you awake at night, it's probably gout.
Yes,
it probably is.
It sounds like the personal experience that you had
Oh
there.
yeah, once in a while, yeah. But fortunately, that's under control. But just want to let people know that there is help available, and why not talk to you first about it? Of course.
That's right. I mean, either podiatrist or primary care doctors would be able to treat this condition. This is a metabolic problem.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? That it's metabolic because it's a body. It's not something that you did wrong.
Right.
Well, if you know you have gout problem, then there's certain thing that it can be prevented by diet and all different type of medication. But if you don't know, you don't even know. So
right.
So it's kind of like one of those situations. You have to have it to know.
Yeah, that's
what
true.
You have.
But how would you begin the course of treatment?
Yeah. There's no way to
exactly.
prevent it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And also at one of your recent lunch and learns, we dispelled the myth that knuckle cracking does not lead to arthritis. That's like an old wives' tale, right? No. Okay. All right. People that have been doing that for years, they don't have to worry about arthritis. That's good.
No, that's definitely not causing arthritis.
Just makes that weird sound when you crack your knuckles, right? Yeah. People get the shivers. How do people make an appointment? You're going to be open in December, right? I know the holidays, but you've got a lot of office hours.
Yes,
right?
we do. We still have our regular office hour up to Christmas. We do have Monday to Thursday. That's our regular clinical hours.
Okay.
Friday is my dedicated day for do surgery. We also have some of the Saturday hours as well to accommodate with the holiday schedule with people with kids and working class. So we do have various hours. So can always check out our website, feetandbeyond.com, FEET Beyond BEYOND.com, or you can just simply call us 908-576-0880.
And imagine, Dr. Nguyen, if you were to reach out soon if you're dealing with a situation, to be up on your feet and feeling much better before we get to Christmas by someone that reaches out to you now. I mean, think about how much better your holiday season will be.
Yeah, that is something I can never stress enough about to the general public. Most of the time we always think about our body last, and which is not good when it comes to holiday time. We're running around. We try to catch up the last minute shopping. We try to take care of our kids, our loved ones, but definitely something that we always need to think about is ourselves. In order for us to take care of others, we need to take care of ourselves.
It's
right?
very true. Yeah.
So
take a little break from Cyber Monday and check out the videos, and you do a lot of stuff online.
We try to really get as many contents out there on YouTube and social media. As you know, that we're very active in social media.
Yeah, you do a great job too.
Yeah. So actually, one thing I would like to mention a little bit for tomorrow is a Giving Tuesday.
Yeah.
Right. So we would like to give a complimentary free initial consultation to whoever listener, to WRNJ.
Yeah, you want me to give something away?
Yeah.
Should I pair it with man hires and give it away?
We can do
Want to
that.
do that?
Yeah,
okay.
we can do that. So I will mention that to you, but then we can start a weekly giveaway.
Okay.
But also we have
Nice.
a free consultation, so whoever needs just a little quick advice on something or check out the feed throughout the holidays, just give us a call. We just mentioned to our office staff, whoever answer the phone or email us, and just as a free consultation with the doctor.
Very good. Okay.
So just get your feet healthy before
Why not?
the year start.
Why not? All right. So we'll give away a free consultation along with our man hire giveaway that we'll do in the next half hour. Very kind of you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very good.
Very giving of you on the eve of Giving Tuesday. Thank you, Dr. Nguyen. And I look forward. We'll do this again next month, right?
Next month, next month, and that will be the day after Christmas.
Right around 26th.
Are you working on Monday?
You know I'll be here. Of course, where else would I be, right? I'm either at this microphone or I'm sleeping, of course, right?
Okay.
But that sounds perfect for our December feature. So thank you again, and we'll see you again, and thank you for the nice giveaway.
Well, thank you so much.